All of those cold December nights, two words never surrender. The times have changed and so have I. And I know, yes I know. And I know, yes I know. We all gotta die someday. And back then we never cared. And the truth of the lies, we value the lives of the brothers that were there. We made some bad decisions, and baby they were in the right. It seems like it's been a lifetime since I was in that state of mind. But do you remember all of those cold December nights? Two words never surrender. The times have changed and so have I. 4 o'clock in the morning, I can't seem to find a wink of sleep. I'm probably gonna be late to work, but that don't bother me. You see, I've been up all night drinking, trying to figure this out. Now I'm sinking further down. So is this where I belong? I feel so lost and this road's so long. Now this is for the ones who told me that I can do anything in time. Anything in time. How is it I'm stuck here, caught up in my own fear and setbacks from this life? Baby, it was just a lie. Baby, it was just a lie. Baby, baby, I don't wanna sound pretentious, no, but I got this feeling in my soul. Whoa, these words that I write need to be heard, but sometimes I just don't feel alright, and it's getting worse. And it's getting worse. I get the feeling that I'll never make a difference. I get the feeling that my friends might disappear next. I got a problem with myself, and that's a fact. This overconfidence is just a shield to distract you from the real me. Being bruised and barely fucking breathing. You're understanding everything except for the meaning. This feeling that I'm bringing to the fucking stage is the rage from the page that I played back in the days of the old me. Never had no limits, can't control me. My homies always knew I'd murder every Dre beat. It's crazy. Think about the way it all changed me. It may be the only thing that can truly save me. So is this where I belong? I feel so lost and this road's so long. Now this is for the ones who told me that I can do anything in time. Anything in time. How is it I'm stuck here, caught up in my own fear, setbacks from this life? Baby, it was just a lie. This is for the ones who told me that I can't do anything in time. Anything in time. How is it I'm stuck here, caught up in my own fear, setbacks from this life? Baby, it was just a lie. Baby, it was just a lie. Baby, it was just a lie. Baby, it was just a lie.
Last song of the playlist is playing right now, guys. Like 3 minutes. We'll start.
Way out here, there's a song that's gotta be unsung. Way out here, there's a wrong that's gotta be undone. Spend my time getting wicked till I choke. Gotta spend my youth on something before I go broke.
What is going on, guys and gals? Welcome to After Hours Out There, home of the talk show where streamers come together to discuss streaming and gaming news. Welcome on in. As with us as always, we got Dorian, we got that Vi, and first time on the show, we got DanJakes. Welcome, fellas. Dorian, my dude, what is going on in the Dorian world? Have you been, sir?
Well, I've been doing well. Dorian World's doing overall good. As always, there's Selfless. Thank you so much for having us on the show. It's always a blast to be part of the After Hours. And everyone that's coming on in from all of our channels here, thank you guys for spending your evening with us. We've got ourselves a great show. For me, things have been great. Streams have been fun. We've been playing some Metroid Prime 3, getting back onto the Metroid games. We also been diving into some fun golf with their friends, a little bit of splash of Fortnite, and some Siege. Those are some fun multiplayer games I've been on and playing lately. So, but overall, doing well. And Dan, thank you so much for spending a bit of your evening with us there tonight on the show. We're so happy to have you here, as well as Vi. You gotta love that Vi right there. The Canadian panel Are Canadians taking over? Maybe.
There it is.
Who knows?
Canadians.
Who knows?
Selfless is surrounded by Canadians.
I'm the odd
Yes.
man out.
Yes. But as always, again, thank you guys for coming on in. And I think we're going to have a great show there tonight.
Thanks again, Dorian. Always good to have you. Dorian, long time stay on the show here. Been around for a while. I appreciate you. We got the boy,
Oh,
that
there he
Vi.
is. My dude.
What's Vi been doing?
Man, yesterday, I gotta blame that Andrew on this. Andrew said we can beat Gears of War 4 in one stream. He said maybe 6-7 hours, because he did it before. Man, 10 hours later, we beat that game. It ended up being my longest stream ever. I know that's not long for people who stream, but I don't be streaming long hours. Blame Andrew for keeping the boy up last night, okay? It was fun. Yeah, we played Gears of War for 9 hours. That's what I've been doing for all of my life, apparently. But yeah, we got that Dan in here, all the Canadians. It's going to be a good one, man. We got some good topics. Looking forward to it.
Very good. Thanks for coming on in, Vi. We got first time on the show, DanJakes. I think I met DanJakes through that Vi, if I'm not mistaken.
CD. Sorry.
There she is. But welcome on in, DanJakes. First time on the show. How are you, sir? For people that may or may not know you, would you let everybody know your stream schedule, what kind of games you normally stream, so they can find you out?
Thank you for having me, first and foremost. Appreciate it. I'm Dan. I'm also from Canada. We're everywhere.
Nice.
And I stream Monday to Friday right now. Monday, Wednesday evenings, rest of the days during the day. And I play an ungodly amount of Fortnite, man. That game has ruined my life and probably ruined my stream, but I love it. Love it, love it, love it.
Ruin the stream.
Ruin the stream. No one wants to watch me get dusted 48 times in a row. But it's fun. I like the game a lot. Most fun I've had streaming a game ever, I think.
Yeah, it's good. I've been playing it, man, but I've yet to stream it because I don't feel like I'm that good enough to stream it. Playing the game. So Monday through Friday, you said?
Monday through Friday, and I used to do Saturday, Sundays, but I'm going to go back to 7 days a week. It's a little much, but I'm going to go back to going on Sundays, I think, for a while. So
Very good.
it's good.
If you guys are not, stop what you're doing. Drop that hot follow of DanJakes. You won't be let down. Go check him out.
No guarantees.
I won't ever forget the Komodo raid. I think that's how Dan found the Vi. It was through that.
I think so.
He did
Was
some
it?
Komodo, some stuff.
The little
and it
emo,
was-
right?
Yeah, that Komodo thing.
See, I hate Komodo dragons, and that was my chat because they hate me. So they thought it'd be funny to incorporate that everywhere. So yeah, I don't really know how that started, but
Your chat hates you.
it's a moderate dislike.
It's like a love-hate relationship, or is it all hate?
I don't know. They like watching me lose and get salty at games and stuff. So
As for myself, man, I've been on vacation this week. It's been good. My vacation started Saturday, where I started off hanging out with the family. It's always good. And yesterday, took a trip with my dad to go fishing. That was good. It was a crap day for fishing, but I got to hang out with my dad, so that's the important part. And we've been knee deep, maybe waist deep into that Far Cry 5. Loving that game so far.
Oh, so good.
Loving that game. Said it once, twice, probably 3 times. I'll say it again. One of the better games that I've played in a while. I said it earlier before the show started. It's probably the best game since I played since The Last of Us. Really good. Good storyline, good gameplay, all the things. We're 2 out of 3 right now. Liberated territories. I'm trying to do as much as possible in the game, so I'm kind of playing it, through slow. I'm doing all the side missions that I can find. Kind of just taking it all in, man, and enjoying it. It's good. How far are you in, Vi?
I'm at the second region. Just started it.
Okay. So you're not all the way in
Loving
there
it
yet.
though. No, I'm not quite in there, but like The tip is in, boys.
Oh my.
There it is. There it is.
It's that kind of podcast. Okay.
Well, it's Vi's here, so
Yeah.
I'd be sneaking in them comments. But yeah, there is. I don't have to be back to work till Monday, man. So we're gonna be streaming some Warcraft 5 as much as possible. So I have to go back. Good times. Yeah, TOS, bye.
I'm sorry.
All right. We're going to get into said topics that we're going to get to. We have a nice array of topics to discuss tonight. We have upcoming lists for games coming out next month. As always, this list is coming from BG247. Something that's not on the list, it's not my fault. Blame the website. Here we go. We got Killing Floor for the PSVR. Total War Saga. City of Brass, Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze for the Switch, Conan Exiles. Ooh, the official release date. Look at that.
Wow.
Raging Justice, Pillars of Eternity 2, Warhammer 4000, One Piece Pirate Warriors 3, Little Witch, Chamber of Time. These Japanese names, man. Shin Megami Tensei, something, 3DS, Dragon's Crown Pro, Battle Chasers Night War, Far Lone Sails, Worlds Adrift, Little Nightmares, Hyrule Warriors, Mega Man Legacy Collection 2 for the Switch, State of Decay 2, Space Hulk Deathwing Enhanced Edition. That's a lot of names. Ancestors Legacy, Tennis World Tour, Runner 3, The Piano, Dauntless Open Beta, Dark Souls Remastered, Detroit Becoming Human, May 25th. There it is.
There's that game.
Yeah, there it is. Sega Mega Drive Classics, Legend of K Anniversary, Moonlighter, Street Fighter 30th Anniversary Edition. Jesus Christ, has that thing been out for 30 years?
Man,
Wow.
Oh my God. Thanks, VG427, for making me feel old. Harvest Moon and Super Chariot for the Switch. Dorian, talk to me about that list, man.
So May, right? So the May list here. So what I'm looking at. So if I had a Switch, I would definitely get in on that Donkey Kong Country Tropical Freeze. Looks like a fun game. I think they got Funky Kong up in there. You guys remember him? He'd be with the sunglasses.
Funky Kong. Yeah.
Yeah, he'd be like, hey, you want to, the airplane guy. So that looks pretty neat. That Detroit Become Human, a Sony game. Like, I don't want to get too far ahead, but that's definitely a game I think I would like to grab on day one. Also, I know we're talking about May, but this month, that 420, it's pretty darn dank because we got that God of War, as Vi would say. That God of War. I can't wait.
that is what I would
It's
say.
gonna be good. So
Don't-
that's another Sony game I look forward to play.
Don't forget the
And,
cardboard coming out on the same day.
Oh,
That cardboard is coming out on the same
Nintendo
day.
cardboard.
cardboard. That'd be a fun stream to build something like that. It'd be fun. I guess really lastly would be the Dark Souls remastered, because
Mastered, yeah.
that game was I never played it on the original 360 or PS3. I played it on the PC, and you had to mod the game to make it a bit better, just to make it run smoother. So a remastered of the first one, which is my favorite Dark Souls game to date, Bloodborne games. Yeah, give me some of that Dark Souls remastered. I'll get in there. Maybe do a co-op session there, Vi. Maybe it'd be fun, because I've never done a full co-op session in Dark Souls. When I play those games, I usually play them on my own first, get that full experience on the solo life. But co-op sounds like a good time.
What are they doing with the remastered for that one?
They're just
I don't know if there's
Bring it
anything new to it.
polish. I don't know
Just
if
polish it up.
I don't know if they've released
Just a
any
new coat of paint.
specific. Yeah. They're probably gonna add some other like random drops and maybe different armor sets and all that jazz. Maybe Nintendo. I don't know if they announced it, but I could totally see Amiibo and the Dark Souls Amiibo. That'd be pretty cool.
Oh yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
Be good.
You remember Lord Gwyn, right? Vi?
Oh, good old Gwyn.
Gwyn, yes. Tough times, but yeah, definitely like, those would be the
Man.
games I would be most interested.
Vi,
Yeah, like Detroit.
talk to
I'm
me
getting
about
in
this
there.
list.
I'm getting in on that Detroit. I think that game looks great. It's gonna be a lot of fun. Dark Souls, of course. I played all the Souls games back to back a couple years ago on
Whoa.
stream. Loved it. I went from Dark Souls 1 to 3, but I also played Bloodborne and Demon Souls. So I'm really looking forward to this remaster. I'm looking forward to going back to the original, the one I first started. It was a lot of fun.
The OG.
The OG, man. I'll probably get on the Steam, I think. That's what I'm thinking about right now. I know the Switch version is enticing, because I don't even know how that would work on a Switch, but there it is. That Killing Floor VR, I recently played that. Now it's on PC. I'm assuming it's the same Killing Floor VR coming out for PlayStation. It was fun, man. It looked real crisp. It was spooky. I think that's going to be a good... If y'all got the PS VR, you're going to want that game. It's a lot of fun. Other than that, you said Mega Man? I just got my first Mega Man game ever. I've never played a Mega Man game, but I got Mega Man 2 there.
Ooh.
I might get in on some Mega Man someday. Thinking about it.
Those games are so hard, dude.
I know, they're so hard.
They
So
are.
hard, man.
To have them all in one collection, though?
Yeah, I've got the first collection on PS4.
Oh, yeah? Now,
Uh,
what was in that collection? Like, where'd it go up to?
The first one was 1 through I do believe 6.
Okay, and this second one is like 7 to 10? What is
Isn't-
this?
Good question.
What is this Mega Man collection?
Yeah, because they did a separate collection for the X games, didn't they? Because there's 6 Mega Man X games, right?
Yeah, actually, yeah.
Let's see what Google tells me.
The Google.
Do the Googles.
Let's see.
Either way, I'd like to play a Mega Man game at some point. It's one of those games I've always heard about, never played. The good old Google.
They're good.
Yeah,
They're good.
that's the
They're fun.
games I'm looking at.
Okay, so apparently for the Switch, they're releasing both. They're doing the Mega Man Legacy Collection and Collection 2.
Okay.
2 collections. It just says the 2 collection features 10 Mega Man games in total. So there you go.
Oh, there it is. There it is.
Which
Yeah.
one features Mega Man Soccer, though?
Ooh.
You guys remember that game? That was a
On the
great game,
SNES?
dude.
Yeah,
Yeah,
man.
that was a great game.
Mega
remember
Man
that.
Soccer. That's great.
It was so good.
Seeing the price of that game's like $130 just to put
Yeah.
it apart. Dang.
Put Leaf Man in goal.
Anything else back?
That's it, man. That's what I'm looking at. Those games.
Detroit.
Detroit.
Yeah. That one was on E3, right? Last year when we did the
Yeah,
E3
yeah,
show.
when we did the E3.
A lot of
We
people.
gotta see when E3 is this year, by the way.
Oh yeah,
A
we
couple
need,
months, right?
we need to plan that out. Is it
That'd
normally
be
in like
June.
June, July, something?
I think it's June.
June, I think.
It's a thing.
Mm.
All right, we'll figure that out. DanJakes, what you got on the list, man?
I'm just trying to get that John Wick skin in Fortnite, man.
yeah,
I got 2 weeks left.
Going
this
down. 2 weeks. Gotta get that skin.
Yeah. I just Fortnite for me, man. That's all I've been playing. That Mega Man collection does sound pretty good though. But this month, yeah, I just enamored with Fortnite. That's my focus going forward, I think. Every day I don't play, I get worse.
Are
You gotta
you
keep in top tier.
playing Fortnite on PC or console?
PC, yeah.
Yeah,
PC,
yeah.
yeah.
Seems like, I don't know, I hear console players talking about it's
I think it's good on console. Like this last patches, they've improved like frame rate and loading time and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
What I've heard,
It's-
it's a lot easier to build with a mouse and keyboard. So
Yeah, because you can macro or you can have hotkeys for all the different building
Yeah.
types and stuff like that. But I mean, the problem with that game on console is you're able to play with mouse and keyboard if you go to those lengths, and so I don't know. I think that's a little.
yeah,
that's
we
a
actually
huge-
that was a topic we had once on the
I
show there.
remember. Yeah,
Um,
Because like you have zero chance against someone on a mouse and keyboard.
Yeah,
Mm.
a lot of people were kind of upset that the consoles had like that you could do mouse and keyboard on a console. There's a console. The idea of a console is everybody has the same thing, and you wouldn't have a hardware advantage in any kind of way. But now you can.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like that's when people say something like how consoles inferior, it's irrelevant because if everyone's using the same control scheme and you're better, like you can still become better than other players and perform better
Right.
than other players. But once you introduce mouse and keyboard, I mean, it's not even fair, man. Like same thing with Overwatch. Like a lot of the top Overwatch players on consoles apparently use mouse and keyboard. And I mean,
Yeah.
especially in a game like that where it's all like you're constantly shooting in a game like that.
Mhm.
That's it's disgusting, but whatever.
Yeah, mouse and keyboard has been around for a while though. I had a mouse and keyboard for my PlayStation 2, man. That's not an old idea. It's just a little bit more difficult now to get the. You got to have it's like a separate piece of hardware basically.
Yeah, the Zim.
Yeah,
It's a
yeah.
popular device called the Zim.
Yeah. But still. I'm trying to get in on that Detroit Become Human, man. That game looked great. We saw it in the E3 show. We did it
Yep.
last summer. I'll definitely be getting in on that game.
That's not the first game in that series, right? There was a Become Human game, like, I want to say like 8 years ago that came out for original Xbox. Was there not?
Maybe. I'm not familiar with the series if it is.
Yeah, I know. I mean, it could be. I don't know. But this game definitely
Same
looks
folks
great.
that did Heavy Rain and Beyond
Mhm.
Two Souls, and
Yeah.
there's another game as well. Fahrenheit.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. Conan Exiles, I mean, I've had it through the early, access and stuff. It's,
Mm-hmm.
for me, Conan Exiles, it's fun. It's one of those games that it has a limit, though. Like, I have to play it for so long, like a couple hours, 2 or 3, that I've kind of had my fill of it. But it's fun.
Right.
I really haven't played, and probably I'm limiting myself by playing it solo. But just, it could be one of those games where if you had a group of people playing it all at once, it probably has a longer play value. There was another game on here that I was looking for. Oh, go ahead and chat. You can prepare to boo me now, but I've never played a Dark Souls game.
Ooh. You gotta get in there then.
I've never finished
Start
one.
off with.
So
Oh man.
the remaster might get me in there. As bad.
Dark Souls 1's a good one to start with, man.
As
Yep.
Bad said in chat, the same day that the new Star Wars movie comes out. So,
Oh, there you go.
Just be aware of the armchair generals in those games.
yeah.
Oh yeah, man.
Dexterity, strength build. What are you doing? No.
What's your
Get
build?
this.
Bring up your stats.
What's your level? No,
You're
this
garbage.
way.
Start over.
Start over.
Switch weapons.
They're really good though. They're super enjoyable.
Yeah, a lot of fun.
They just have you got to really like fall in love with the process of trying to learn the systems in those games. Though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I mean, it's a game, like, I've seen, people stream it and stuff. Like, it's a game that I would probably like. I don't know. It's like, I haven't played it because I didn't want to play it. It's just kind of slipped through the cracks. But I might get in there on that, man. Check out
Yeah.
the remaster.
They're an emotional investment though.
All the payoff when you beat a boss.
All the payoff, the salt at the beginning of those
It's
games.
all about the
Oh,
payoff.
Dude.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. We have a better list than we had last time we talked about upcoming games, but that's really kind of the only thing that I would probably get.
On a separate note, I gotta ask you real quick to the Vi and Sulfus. Remember last year around Christmas time, wasn't there a Humble Bundle going on for Vegas Pro?
Oh
It's
yeah.
back.
Yeah, there was.
It's
Yeah.
It's back. Is that
Yeah.
worth it, Dervi?
100% worth it.
Sulfus?
What's
I
It's
don't
a great price
what's-
for Vegas.
What's the
man.
price on it?
I think it's 20.
If
If you pay at least 20 USD, you get.
You
Yeah,
gotta get
that's
in.
what it was.
You gotta get in there on that because we're not gonna talk about how much I paid for mine.
Okay.
It's a ridiculous price.
I paid the full retail price. You
Oh,
gotta
Sulfus.
get in there, Dorian. Seriously.
It's called Vegas Pro Edit.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Get
Yeah.
get in
Yeah.
there. I bought
Okay.
I kind of did it to myself because I bought the studio, which is like all the things. But yeah, we're not gonna talk about how much I paid on that, man. If you can get it for $20,
know.
buy two. Yeah, I would definitely recommend that though. It's really good. Yeah. I really don't see anything else on here that I'm gonna get into probably. On that list. Yeah, I don't know. That's it. Dark
There it
Souls
is.
in Detroit. All right, we're gonna jump in the time machine and we're gonna go back and talk about Grand Theft Auto 5. It's in the news again, believe it or not.
The DeLorean. I like it.
Flux capacitor is working.
We're going. We don't need roads.
All right, so the reason why we're going to talk about Grand Theft Auto is 5. It's money, man. They have made more money than any other single media title in history. Let's see. The budget for development on Grand Theft Auto 5 was $265 million. And at the time of this article coming out, it has made over $6 billion.
Oh my god.
6 billion. Do the Dr. Evil Pinky thing, man. That's some pennies. So, and they compare it to the highest grossing movie of all time, which is Avatar. The budget for it was 237 million, and it made 2.8 billion, which is still a lot of pennies, but not even, it pales in comparison to that GTA. Dorian can talk about that GTA.
Wow. Yeah,
But,
yeah.
The in the series,
that. I was gonna say I bought that PS3 copy day one midnight release. I was there. I was part of the first few dollars earned in Canada.
and it's just now these are no slouch numbers, but it does comparison onto GTA 3 all the way to 5, which 3 sold 17.5 million copies, Vice City sold 20, San Andreas sold 27.5, GTA 4 sold 25 million copies, GTA 5 sold 90 million copies. So we got to jump. We got to jump.
That's a massive jump.
Closest competitor is Black Ops. Sold 24.2, and Modern Warfare 3 sold 26.5 million copies. And believe it or not, the breakdown is most people own this game on the PlayStation 3.
There it is, Dorian.
Yikes.
32.8% is PlayStation 3, 27.4 is PS4, 25.5 is 360, 12.2% is on Xbox One, and only 2.1% on PC.
That's crazy.
But sounds small, but man, 2.1% of 90 million. That's still pretty good. So why? What is it about this game, man, that made it so big?
Definitely wasn't the story. I'll tell you that. It was definitely. I think what contributed so much to it was the customization you can do, like just cosmetics alone, but just the levels people would make, and Rockstar would just keep on pumping out. Oh, instead of using like steel boxes to make ramps, how about we actually give you ramps?
Yeah.
Right? Do you want to actually make a roller coaster type level? with, instead of like garbage disposal trucks, well, we'll give you the proper tools to make all that stuff. It's crazy. It's just that game online has become a beast for the online of just earnings. And that game was a full $90 game in Canada, right? So it's just astronomical just to see that. But yeah, so much of the gameplay, the missions people would make, like whether it be team death matches, races, so much customization was there. Just unbelievable.
So it's all about the online, right? I mean, to me, the story, it's all right, right? Probably not the greatest, but it's good. It's worth playing to me anyway. But the online, man, the online survives.
Mm-hmm.
It's like its own little thing compared to the story.
There's nothing else like it, though, right?
Yeah, like Dorian said, with all the user-generated content, it's good, man. That Kowalder.
Kowalder.
And Kowalder. He's
yeah. People before the official like mod for that roleplay came out for PC, people would love doing roleplay of like, let's do a car show, right?
Mm-hmm.
So they'll bring their favorite cars and just stream that and show that. Like that would be their main thing. They'll get all these exotic cars, supercars, classic cars, meet up at the beach and just show everything off. It's pretty crazy stuff. Or if someone wants to bring their jet to the car show, just to show they got that money, then I guess they can. Wouldn't advise that, but yeah, there's a lot of cool stuff in the game you can do.
They always tend to end bad, don't they, Dorian?
It's a domino effect.
Those
One
car-
car explodes and just yeah. Ugh.
Oh man, Vi, what you think about GTA, man?
Oh man, I remember I was like Dorian, except I was on Xbox. I was there day one, pre-ordered, in line at EB Games, waiting for it to open. I loved it. I loved the story. I loved the online with my friends back in the day. But right now, it's a completely different beast from when I played it. I'm still getting emails because I haven't unsubscribed from the emails. Every couple weeks, I'll get an email. Rockstar, new update, GTA 5, new vehicle or new races or something happening. But just looking at this Take-Two Interactive, they got a graph there, and you have a look at like I don't know, between 16 and 18 at the end. I'd say around 2017, it spikes like the biggest spike it's ever had.
Yeah.
When did that GTA RP start? When did that start becoming big? That was around 2017.
Last year. It was like 2017.
So I think that's taken that to a whole new level. But it's surprising to see that only 2.1% are on PC. Because where does the ERP servers? They're all on PC.
Did they do a big Humble Bundle right around then too, where there was like GTA and like a bunch of the DLCs?
They did have a big GTA bundle. Now
yeah.
5, I don't know if 5 was in there. It might have been in there. But yeah, it's insane. It's insane. You can see how it's dominated Call of Duty. How long has Call of Duty been around? I remember when Call of Duty was on time. That's the correct answer. But yeah, more than double.
Well, like I said though, that 2.1% seems small, but you're talking about 2.1% of 90 million though.
Mm-hmm.
That's still a decent amount of people playing on PC.
That is true. Yeah, this game is a beast. I'm hoping when Red Dead comes out, they don't like push this to the side, and I don't think they will. I think they're gonna keep content for this coming. But hey, their focus may move to Red Dead once it drops. Who knows?
I think they have to, though. I think that, I mean, this,
these numbers are insane. I'm just looking at the article here. It's crazy.
Making all this money, man. Why would you throw it aside?
Yeah.
I feel like there will be eventually a GTA 6, right? But maybe what they're going to do is just make this their own little thing. Just make GTA Online its own, like, online improving service of a game.
Yeah.
So they'll have the Red Dead, and they're gonna do Red Dead with some online as well. But
I think, personal opinion, I think it'll just continue until 6 comes out, whenever that is. I don't see, because I just don't see them, especially like server traffic and all that stuff. Surely, they got all the metrics of that stuff. They see how many people are logging on every day. There's no way they're just going to one day be like, well, it's done.
No, God, no.
Without something taking its place.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll probably be GTA 6, whenever that is.
there was one particular mode, I gotta share this story. I think Dan would, like, if you ever streamed this mode, it's absolutely hilarious. It's just, it's a team deathmatch, but you have one team that's on a massive tower, and it's like Duck Hunt, but what they're doing is, you have one team that's climbing up the tower, going across these rails, going in zigzags, right? Then you have the other team that are snipers, and what your job is to eliminate them. And they call it Duck Hunt. And that mode is very popular still. You just see people, like, trying to jump and roll, and then get shot, and then they fall down. And if they get to the very top, if the ducks get to the very top, they can get, like, a little jet or a tank, and then just shoot out the snipers.
Oh, wow.
But, it is a crazy mode.
That actually sounds fun.
Oh, it's fun. Kowouter, that's a Kowouter thing, but
Kowouter. And
yeah, that could be its own. Like, if they ever officially made that mode, because that's customized. So much of that game is customization by people.
Oh yeah.
Content.
Like, we were talking about creating those maps, right? Those own little maps and, like, Far Cry stuff. This game, you can literally make your own modes.
Yeah. It's like the one. What was the one that was popular? It probably still is. The Pentos versus snipers type of gameplay.
Yeah.
Like, that was fun. That was fun.
And then little smart cars going up a ramp.
Oh yeah.
And taking out the sniper people.
Then they started doing it with all different types of vehicles and stuff.
Oh. Yeah.
So good.
Playing football, literally playing football in that game, where you're grabbing like a massive bag of cash, and you're trying to run and take it to the other side, but then you get like Superman punched, and then you have to take it's like it's crazy. If they call it football, I'm like, that's GTA football for you.
Yeah.
Sucker. Yeah.
Definitely a twist.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, basically this game makes itself, man. With all the people, there's so many devoted people that just make the maps and stuff, man.
I think another reason why this game is so popular is because, especially on consoles, generally a much more casual user base. The game takes place in a modern setting. It's all about guns, cars, over-sexualized. It just appeals to just Joe Blow sitting on his couch. He probably owns this, maybe Madden, that's it. And I think every person, seriously though, but like every person, like I have friends of mine that don't even really play video games, but they all own GTA.
But
GTA
they all,
It's just kind of like that seminal game. Every time it comes out, you're going to go buy it. It's people that don't even play games, they play GTA. Everyone knows about GTA, and every time it comes out, it gets a bit bigger, a bit bigger. But then this one finally had the online, and they really supported the game for a long time, you know what I mean? And I think that's where those numbers come from, because people are like, we're in that era where people want to get some value. They don't want to just buy the game, finish it, and trade it in. Like, if there's content still coming out for the game, I think that pushes sales for the game for throughout its entire life, right?
Yeah, for sure.
But it's that modern setting though. That's why this game's so popular.
And
that's why all GTAs are so popular.
And at current state, there's no reason that people can't just get into it right now. If they even haven't played it, they could pick it up and just get in there.
Well, it's almost like an MMO too, right? Because it has that element of, a grind. There's that carrot on the stick, and I think that attracts people. Like, oh, I can go get a penthouse. If all my time spent on it's, spent, it's not wasted. I'm not just doing, I don't go into a multiplayer match and that's it. At least I earn something, whether I perform good or bad. And I think games, they like the psychological aspect of that. People realize all games got to have that now. Got to have that carrot on the stick, man.
No, for sure. And the whole, the whole leveling up thing, like you talked about, and unlocking different things that you can have access to within the online mode, almost like a, MMO kind of aspects added to it. Casual MMO.
Yeah, you can like show off to your friends and all kinds of stuff like that.
Yeah, for sure.
Get a John Wick skin.
Oh.
Show off.
Yeah.
Yep. There it is.
It's so good. Dory knows about that GTA grind, though.
Yeah, no. Still a fun game. It really is.
It is.
Just played.
Well, it's just celebrating my 4-year anniversary. I did. It was a lot of fun. No sweat, no really sweats on it because, again, think of the people. Can I get an invite, please? Please, come on.
The voice you give them.
It's so good. How long was that stream, though, Dorian? You went for a while, man.
I'll have to look at the VOD. I think it was at least maybe 10 hours.
Yeah, I think so.
The 10-hour of just the 4 years of celebrating on Twitch. Twitch is amazing, by the way.
Yes.
You guys are here because you love Twitch. Whether you watch art, gaming, people going out for a hike, people playing guitar, like the Vibe Dream right there. All the good things. Amazing.
Wait, there's people going out for a hike streaming that?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, like travel streams. Man.
Oh, yeah. IRL, man. It's
Cooking.
full of stuff. IRL is full of stuff, let me tell you.
Moss Isley. Moss Isley of Twitch, as Speak says.
Yeah, they stream everything, man.
It just makes me tired watching someone go for a hike.
Oh, man. It's so good, though. But it remains to be seen what the future of GTA 5 will be. Maybe those numbers will keep going up, man. They'll have to break their own records.
At the end of the day, if there's money to be made, man, they will make it.
Mm-hmm. True.
I think Red Dead's going to be huge, though. That could be one of the biggest games of the year. If they have, like, really solid online at launch.
It's rumor,
Mm-hmm.
apparently, that Red Dead 2 will have a Battle Royale mode.
That's what I heard, too. Yeah.
Yeah.
There you go.
Western 6-shooter?
Yeah.
I would be down for that.
Rockstar's
Like that.
take
I
on a
like
battle
that.
royale. I mean, I'd like to see what
Get
they
a
would
wagon
do.
to people, you know?
Oh yeah.
Couple of
Just
sticks
don't
of
make
dynamite.
me. Just don't let me be the one that's steering the horses there.
When's that supposed to release?
October.
So they got a lot of time to polish up that BR mode, too. Maybe that's why they delayed it. Because it was
Could
supposed
be.
to come out last
They could have
November,
seen
I
what
think.
Fortnite was going down when they're like, we got to get in on.
Current
Let's hold
dates.
off.
This is October 26, 2018. That's during TwitchCon.
Ah,
Bastards.
Yikes.
why you do this?
Will that be the biggest release of the year?
Triple header.
Probably. I think
well,
so.
Rockstar release? That'd be
Multi-platform?
released?
Yeah, I think it might be.
Yeah.
I
Multi-platform
don't
game.
really see any game being bigger than that.
Yeah, it's
Well,
probably
TwitchCon's canceled, boys.
Except more Fortnite skins.
it's probably arguably the biggest release this year. Yeah, they could make a strong case for that argument. Very strong. Drive by on horseback. There it is.
Yeah. Saddle up, boys.
Speaking of Twitch, so they did Twitch plays, right?
Yep.
And they did a thing on Super Metroid, excuse me. So basically
Classic.
taking inputs from the chat to play the game, and Twitch chat managed to beat it in 536 hours.
Pretty quick.
And 14 minutes. But it seems like reading through the article, it's pretty kind of in depth though on the movements and stuff, because not only could you give it to commands where to move and stuff, there's the example of the chat was like right 35, so it would actually move 35 pixels.
Mm-hmm.
So it seemed pretty concise on the.
That's a tough game, man. That game's no joke. That's
Yeah.
a tough game, dude.
Just imagine a lot of different people in the chat, like just spamming commands.
I watched a couple clips after you guys sent me the
Oh yeah.
the idea to talk about that, and it made my blood boil, man. Like, just like obviously there's some players in there that are like, you know, they're obviously off on a Discord like together, like let's do this, let's make this work, and then there's just people coming in like, like oh,
I
man,
know.
like,
There's always
I
the one
couldn't
guy
imagine, man. Like, and you know from
screwing
front
it
to
up
back,
for everyone. Yeah.
right? Like over that 500 hours, there's got to be like a core group of dudes that stuck with that, like point A to point Z. Like we're gonna get this done.
Yeah.
And, you know, shout out to those guys for their patience
Yeah.
of saint, man.
I know. It's insane. I couldn't, because I remember, of course, Twitch plays Pokemon. That was huge a couple years ago.
Yeah.
But that didn't have all these frame inputs, I don't think.
No.
That was just directions and button presses.
Yeah, the controls weren't nearly as complex as
No.
a platformer.
But I played Super Metroid for the first time, what, a month ago?
Great game.
And I had a tough time, man. I had a
Yeah,
tough
it's a tough
time.
game, dude.
So the fact that you get a bunch of people like that and they beat it, I know it took like 500 hours, but still, that's
Because
insane.
we all know, as like, you know, as streamers, a large, I won't say a large, there's a portion of people on Twitch that like to troll. That's their entertainment is watching other people suffer, and what
And you
better
know
place
they
to
were
go
in
and
there.
troll?
Oh,
you know they're in
God.
there in droves, man. Like I wondered, like, was it moderated? Like were they moderating people that were
Yeah,
clearly
I don't know.
offering no help whatsoever? Were they getting them out of there, or
I would hope.
it just made me angry watching it. I was just like, I couldn't imagine trying to do this, man. But it must have been pretty funny too, though.
Ooh.
Oh gosh. Yeah, no, I just not long ago beat Metroid Fusion, which is a very similar side scroller to Super Nintendo Super Metroid, which I have yet to play soon. But it would just drive you bonkers. Imagine you're playing your game and then you added like a sub only feature where they can actually screw with your inputs. So like Dan, you're in Dark Souls, you're like that close to trying to beat the final boss, and then someone's like roll forward, and then you really like
I
roll
know.
right into the action.
Like there was
You
a
think I
moment
can get
like
to
if
sub only.
Samus was just in like the lava. It was just the health was burning down, just trying to jump up, and oh my god, I know what you mean, Dan. It was frustrating to watch. It's like
I'm
just
talking
jump out of
Dark
there. You're
Souls.
dying. What are you doing?
Yeah, I could do that. I couldn't even get past the first boss in Dark Souls 3, so Twitch probably would have done better than I did.
I think it's really cool. Like, I would love to try that out. Try how to figure it out. I guess you run an emulator and just somehow set code. I would love to just see what happens. Like a local chat, like my stream, if we were playing like a Metroid or Zelda or whatever, and just see what happens. Like I just be like,
Mhm.
all right, you guys can play. I'm watching. I'm commentating. That was a good whirl right there. Yes, good one there. Oh, Vi got that stagger. Beautiful. Oh, what are you doing? Oh, Big T just fell off the world. What are you doing? You know, I just love to see
Big
that.
T.
To the left.
It'd
Yeah, what's going on?
It'd be cool to see with like an open world game where you
Oh.
know everyone's playthrough looks completely different, to see where the chat takes it. Bunch
Yeah.
of murderers probably, but
Yeah, it would be. Imagine it was grueling watching some of that though.
Mm-hmm.
I wonder what a stream like that, like how many people they would have watching it, how many inputs are going on. Like, I'm sure some people were just sitting back watching it. You know, I'm sure
yeah,
there
of
was.
course, yeah.
I remember, well, again, Twitch plays Pokemon, just sitting back and watching that, and like they're trying to take down a gym leader. And instead of like attacking, they keep using the one that just raises their defense or something. Everyone starts freaking out, like, "No, we have to attack. We don't need defense."
Oh,
I think
man.
watching the chat for those games is the funniest thing.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
just it goes so by like the chat window. Like if you try to scroll up, it's like nope, can't get up there.
Oh,
Just
no.
non-stop.
Yeah.
How do you would doing something like that? You'd have to have chat on slow mode, right? All those people in there.
Or lots of mods. I don't know. I have
slow
no idea.
mode, I guess. Or there is a feature, like within. I don't think it's auto mod, but you could set a delay for people when like non-subs when they type. You give them like a 7-second delay. Then if they say something really nasty, the mod can get that before it even gets output to everyone.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Maybe
Oh,
that's
yeah.
what they did. That maybe, but slow
like-
mode would make kind of. I guess it would kind of make sense.
I don't know. It seems like it'd be a nightmare behind the scenes to figure that out. I don't know. Just throwing stuff off the top of my head. Can you imagine the amount of people watching plus all the inputs going on? But that character was freaking out on screen, man.
I could see Dan getting on this. Imagine a Fortnite win with like a Twitch play.
Whoa.
It would bring a tear to my eye, man.
That'd be crazy. You're like, see a guy just go like this. And
I
then somehow...
think I've shot a couple people that were maybe attempting something like that.
And then somehow someone drops an impact grenade, and then just they get into the storm and they die immediately. I don't know. So funny.
That'd be bro. It'd be funny to watch. Twitch
Be
play.
the victim of a Twitch play.
Yo.
Get highlight reeled by Twitch plays.
Yeah,
Nice
man.
360 no scope.
Ooh.
Wouldn't you just have to quit? Wouldn't you just
I
have to
would.
quit if you got shot by that?
Yeah. I delete my account, give away my skins.
It'd be done.
Oh, God.
It would be done.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Speaking of Fortnite, has blown up like nobody's business.
Kind
And-
of.
Yeah, a little bit.
bit.
A little bit. Just a little known game.
Small bit.
So, what the developer started out with, what, like 25 people? And now they have
I think that's
upwards.
what it was.
Now they have 700. All working on Fortnite. So we're gonna take some time to talk about what's going on over at Epic Games and what they have been doing.
Shout out to Epic.
Yeah,
Shout out.
yeah. DanJakes, you play a lot of that Fortnite. You wanna take the charge on this?
They're taking my money, man. They're taking all my money. Yeah, like apparently they started with the Save the World mode, and that was in development for roughly 2 years, from my understanding. And then from the time that they sat around and they're like, hey, BRs are pretty big, battle royales, let's try something like that. From that to like release was 2 months. And then they said like during that process, they're like, they felt like something special was happening here. They felt like they had a good game in their hands. And then, yeah, right from release from the first day, it was like, because the first like week it came out, people were like, this is goofy, cartoony graphics, like come on, like, PUBG, oh, this game won't last. And then you fast forward whatever now, six months later, and I don't think a game's ever had this kind of meteoric rise. Like, we were saying earlier, like every 5 years a new multiplayer game comes out, whether it's Heroes of the Storm or like League of Legends came out, and then you have all the kind of copycats of that, and this is kind of the next this is the first game in a long time that actually feels like a next gen shooter, I think.
Mm-hmm.
They haven't really made any missteps. They've hit every note. They listen to their community. Epic is a fantastic developer, man, and they have the experience to pull something like this off too. So yeah, it's impressive.
Mm-hmm.
It really is. The growth is insane. Dorian, what you got on this?
Well, starting off with Save the World, it was just Fortnite, right?
Mm-hmm.
I'll say a little lore about the little Fortnite I was looking up. You know that Cliffy B there, Vi? Have you heard of him? Game developer?
Oh yeah,
The
good old
Cliffy B?
Cliffy.
Yeah, Gears of War, Unreal
Mhm.
Tournament. He was part of the original development of the Fortnite. I think he went on to do his own thing.
Oh, before he left Epic.
Yeah.
Really?
Part of
Wow,
that
this
Fortnite.
game goes back that
Yeah.
far.
Yeah. There's
Whoa.
videos.
They've been working on it for a long time. Yeah.
Yeah.
Holy
So,
crap.
shout out to the Cliffy B. Make some great games out there.
There you
But,
That's the
go.
guy that
yeah.
made Gears, right?
Yeah.
Gears,
Yeah. That's a
Yeah,
good game.
like going from 25 employees just for Save the World, right? That's you think of these new AAA game studios; they have like hundreds of employees, right? So Save the World comes out, and it's doing, I guess it's kind of all right. People are like, on it, I guess, on the streams. I remember watching Tiny, Icy Rain play it,
Mm-hmm.
and I thought it was like, all right, that's cool. And then the BR comes out around late August, September time, and it literally starts like, wait, it's a free-to-play game? People can play these Battle Royale competitive for free? Yeah, let's try it out. And then getting closer to TwitchCon, they had a little booth there where you can play it. They also had like a PUBG and that huge H1 auditorium, massive. Now, Epic has at least over 700 people working on the Fortnite. Now, it's probably split a little bit, you know, some to the Save the World, but I'm sure a good majority of that 700 employees are now on that Battle Royale because they are pumping out updates for that game. It seems like every week, every couple of weeks,
Great
they're being
updates,
fresh,
man.
new
Great
items,
updates.
all those little things. Cosmetics, you know. John Wick, Keanu Reeves is in the game. What? So I wonder what else we're gonna get. We're gonna get like a Neo outfit. There's the possibilities of like the costumes in that are pretty crazy. Like
Need a Jason Bourne costume, man.
yes, James Bond. Who knows? But yeah, it'd be really cool to see what they have to do. But that game is just taking the world by storm because I literally had someone in my chat last night when I was playing Battlefront 2. His name is what was it? Not playing Fortnite or something. I'm like, what up, Fortnite? He's like, you're not playing Fortnite, Dorian. I'm like, no, I'm playing Battlefront 2. He's like, you're like the only person I watch that's not playing that game. I'm like, whoa, for real?
Yeah.
That game just, whether it be on Twitch, Mixer, YouTube, Twitter, go through your timeline feeds. There's some video clips of something going on with Fortnite. It is everywhere. I can't go on the internet without something about Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah.
It's just crazy. It really is. And 700 staff working on it. I'm curious to see what they keep doing, but what they've been doing, they've been trying to keep it polished. It's a service. It's a game, but we were talking about this earlier, like the service keeping games fresh, and I think this is going to be around for a while.
Now, there's an argument. I read an article the other day that I stumbled across. There's an argument. Now, I'll preface this. I do play the Save the World side of the game. I enjoy it. I'm not all-encompassing, like hardcore defend this stuff. I just play it for what it's worth. But there's an argument that the Battle Royale side is doing so well that all the attention is on it and not the Save the World's part of the game. And there's some complaints out there of people who play that mode that are not getting, you know, updates and stuff that were promised, right? They're kind of, all the updates read are kind of delayed and whatever. But, you know, on the other side of it, what are you going to do? If you're the company, you know?
Battle Royale is where the money is.
You know, what are you going to do?
I think
Well, like
somewhere in this article, where is it? They mentioned the mobile, and like in 3 days they made like $1 million or something.
Yeah.
Just since they launched the mobile. It's
Yeah,
in
I
that
think
article somewhere.
In the long run, the success for like Battle Royale, like it's good for the free to play because when this game goes free to play, how many more people are going to try the game out? Because it's all going to be this epic game suite where you can do the Battle Royale, you can jump into the, you know, you got the PvE, you got the PvP.
Yeah.
And I mean, they did slow down the patches for a while, but the last few patches have had like very extensive patch notes for this. But I mean, I think people need to, they're a business, they got to make money, right? And in the long run, I think the Save the World is going to improve because of this, because it's going to get that much more money put into it. It's going to get that many more players put into it. So
Yeah,
I want to
because
say... Oh, go ahead, Selfless.
I was going to say right now, playing Save the World, you know, there's certain missions and stuff where you have to have a full group, which is, I think, 4. And there's been times where I'm running missions alone just because there's not people in there. Or it could be the time that I'm playing, because sometimes I play late. But, you know, sometimes it's tough to get in there and get something done just because of lack of people. And there are certain missions where you have to have 4. There's some that you can pull off by yourself. But yeah, it's you know, because I guess the people have an argument, man. Because right now you got to pay for it, right? Right now, you know, there's people in there that's paid.
Well,
for
I
it.
think the best thing they did was make their Battle Royale free. Because how many people downloaded just to play the BR, seen that other mode there, and said, "Hey, let me check this out. I'll buy that, see what it's like." Who never would have even thought about getting the game because they just installed it for the BR. Now, and people are saying that it's going free to play, is it?
there will
The
be by
other
the end of the
mode?
year. Yeah.
I think
both will be
it's
free.
going to be insane. It's going to be insane because
it's
I've
free.
always wanted to try that mode. Never want to pay for it, but I'll play it if it's free. I'll
Yeah.
check it out.
Yeah.
I think it could be fun with a group of friends.
And like they're gonna draw a lot of like the younger crowd into
Yeah.
that game when it goes free because you can earn V-Bucks by playing logging in
Ah,
every day,
which you can
missions,
use in the.
and then you can go buy skins with that in the battle
Yeah.
royale. So like once
You
that
can.
goes free to play,
You can earn it now. I have like 1,200, and I haven't
Yeah.
even spent
Dang.
a single penny on buying V-Bucks.
Mm.
And they're random rewards from random missions. You know, you get like, 30 or so at a time or whatever.
Mhm.
But, like I said, I've got like 1,200 and something saved up right now. So there it is.
I want to say that Fortnite, I feel like it's getting rid of that stigma of like free to play game. you
it's
know?
free to play done right.
Right?
Yeah,
really
It
is.
is. It is. I feel like they're going to be the poster boy for like doing it right, and people. will
They're changing
follow
the industry,
suit.
right?
It's
Like-
it's phenomenal. Like for the game, for us players, like again, you got your PC or your phone or your PlayStation or Xbox. Yeah, you can hop on in there. It's everywhere. You get up.
And
in
you
there.
can play with anyone on any console.
And it's just all cosmetic, you know.
Yeah.
I remember people were like, "You don't got any skins, Darren?" I'm like, "No." Well, then I guess you're Rihanna. I'm like, "Oh, I guess I'm Rihanna, but whatever. So, I think it's great. I think it's what they're doing. It's fun, and I also just earned my first 100 V-Bucks by just playing the game. Like, okay, well, eventually I might grab something, but for 100 V-Bucks, not sure, but cool stuff. I like it.
Yeah, it's like
It's
every
fun.
few years one of these games comes out that completely changes the direction of every other big company that's trying to compete. Because you think about it, like free to play, it's buttery smooth. Like they focus on updating, this last patch fixed every checklist of bugs, concerns people had, the double shotgun thing like that, and yeah, it's just free to play done right. Like they're not trying to. You don't have to pay for a single cent. You can never put $1 into it if you didn't want to, and. The other thing it did is it brought together, like we were talking about earlier, got Sony and Microsoft to play ball with each other and finally do cross-platform. Had this not come along, that might have been another 4 or 5 years down the road.
Yeah.
And so that's going to open up the door for other developers to kind of do, mobile can play together, all the platforms can play together. If you would have told me that was going to happen 6 months ago, I would have laughed at you. Like, there's no way those companies would have played ball with each other, right? So it's really set a precedent, I think, going forward, which is good.
Oh, it's great for gaming as a whole.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yep.
And it's, which is another topic we'll dive into here in a second, but generating some mainstream attention as well.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And once
Like,
the esports for this launches, it's going to be everywhere, man. They're going to be putting this stuff on ESPN, guaranteed.
Do you know that, okay, before the show actually started, you were talking about that tournament or whatever. Do you know when that's happening?
I remember Ninja saying the date. So what's happening in 2 weeks is they're like the end of this season is ending. Season
it's
4 is going to
soon.
start.
It's soon, right?
Yeah, and they're going to announce the launch of season 4, and they're also going to launch the start of the competitive season. We don't know how that's going to work. No one has any idea. But what's going to happen is Ninja's playing like a giant tournament with all these big streamers and stuff like that. And there's going to be like all the big, you see, like if you watch Fortnite streams, TSM is everywhere. They're like the big Fortnite team. They got Myth, they got, all these top players. And there's going to be more prize money in this game than Counter-Strike, than League, every other game probably combined. Because, I mean, the amount of money these guys make off one skin release, millions of dollars, right? So they said they're going to have the biggest prize pools, and all these pro teams are going to compete, man. And you're going to watch, like, they're going to have like weekly 1 million+ viewer streams on Twitch for like all these pro players competing in a seasonal style or like a tournament style system, and it'll be the biggest esports thing ever. Like it'll really catapult esports forward by a couple of years. I think it's gonna be huge.
Is there any details out? Like, is it going to be like a squad tournament, or is it going to be like solo?
I think they're gonna do squads. They're gonna do everything. I think, but I
gotcha.
believe this tournament that's coming up is gonna be squads. I think. But the TSM guys have been watching a couple of their streams, and they're talking about how, depending on how it looks with like the prize money, they're ready to all like stop their streams, still stream, but go into a streamer house, like compete, so they can practice together every day,
Right.
like kind of like Counter-Strike teams or like League of Legends teams do. It's gonna be big, man. It's gonna be really, really big.
That's crazy.
Crazy.
If Epic can
Insane.
keep that momentum, man, they could. Next year we might be talking about them instead of GTA. Setting money
It'll be the
records.
Fortnite arena this year instead of the H1 arena.
Oh, I'm
Oh,
sure
That's
it will
like when
be.
you guys,
Yeah.
like you guys were saying about the free to play. Like, I think this is the first time, like, such a big developer with so much experience that really knows what they're doing, making a game. I mean, obviously Blizzard does some free to play games and stuff too, but like, instead of just trying to scum for money, like they have a long term plan. They've executed it brilliantly, and I think they have they're the right company to do this. You know what I mean? And I think other big AAA developers are going to have to follow suit, or the days of releasing some title, maybe a DLC or two. I think that's kind of, it's games and services
Mhm.
now.
Right.
That's what people want. They want a game they can stick with. They don't want to be shelling out for a game every few months. They'd rather shell out 10 times more over the lifetime of the game for skins. It's easier for someone to justify paying $5-10 for a skin than going and buying a $60 game, which is
hmm
exotic in its own right. But
Oh yeah.
I wonder. This is a little bit off topic, but I wonder if sports games would ever follow that path. Like making more of a service, because back in the day, I remember buying Madden just for roster updates, and they would do some updates to the game. But
every
would they
year,
do that? Would EA again? Oh gosh.
Core gameplay is pretty much the same on those things.
I feel
like,
I feel my room just got super dark when I said the word EA. But
dun, dun,
yeah,
dun.
Ooh.
yeah, would something like that happen for like sports games? Like I know
I
sports
could
games.
see that.
Well, like,
um,
isn't the best-selling game every year is FIFA? I believe. I'm pretty sure FIFA is always the best-selling game, like Europe, overseas, and stuff like
It's
that.
big. It's a big game.
Yeah.
But I mean, until it comes to the point where people aren't willing to shell out for it every year, because again, it appeals to a very casual, kind of like GTA does. Just everyone buys FIFA, everyone buys GTA, Madden. Until it's up to us to dictate as consumers. Like once we stop buying the game every year, but if we keep going out in droves and buying the new FIFA game every year, they're just going to keep pumping it down our throats, right?
hmm
Yeah.
But free to play, all it takes is a couple big free to play games for people to be like, I'm not going to go buy FIFA this year. I'd rather just play Fortnite for free.
But in 2, it's those games are all about the online mode as well.
Mhm.
All like the ultimate teams and stuff,
Mhm.
And the tournaments that they have. They had the Madden tournament on ESPN.
Big
Oh,
man, same thing.
There you go.
The
A lot of
big-
like the big soccer
Yeah.
pros go and watch and like sponsor and pay for like the pro players, and they wear the pro player jersey and stuff like that, and they're all making big bucks doing that.
Oh yeah. And they had for the life of me, I can't remember what it was called, but they had like a reality show once with Madden, like all the
Oh yeah.
like
that, yeah.
the top tier players were like, in the same house type of deal, and
Okay.
one would get
Madden
eliminated.
All-Stars or something?
I can't remember what it was
Maybe.
called, but they, it was some kind of deal, and it was all about the game, man. People would get into arguments and stuff in the house, but like, let's play a game. Let's see who's better, and then, there they are at 3:00 in the morning playing Madden, But and it was on national TV, or at least for me it was anyway. Surrounded by Canadians. I don't know what y'all got up there, but but it was there, and I was at work when the last Madden tournament was on, and I had it on. People are like, "Are you watching video games?" Yup, yes I am. Yeah, that's one of the perks of being a manager. I can put the TV on whatever I want
There you
to.
go. You choose the channel.
Well, there's like 12 TVs, so whatever. I can have one of them on whatever
Turn
I
all
want.
12 of them to it. If you
I'll put the sound over. But be like, hey, it's sports. We're watching football. But yeah, who's to say that there's got to be some breakout moment to where I know, and we talked about this before the show started, but there's got to be a breakout moment to where there's hints of esports and stuff like on ESPN2 around here. They'll give like updates and stuff, but there's got to be a breakout moment to where they actually show it on TV. Like
Well,
the Madden tournament, that happens, whatever. But they only show like, the final, like the semifinals and the finals. They don't show everything leading up to there.
Right.
But there's got to be some kind of, maybe Fortnite's the one, but to bring it to a mainstream audience in North America, because you can go to South Korea and you can watch esports on TV there. You can do it.
I know locally, you can go to whenever there's a big tournament or something, the movie theater. They always got
Oh,
the
wow.
tournaments playing there. You can buy a movie ticket, go in, watch the tournament on the big screen. Every time we go there, they always got promotion like on the walls for the next tournament.
Now that's cool.
Yeah.
I think for esports to be like front and center, like where it's like everyone knows it, it's fully accepted, it's embraced by everyone, it's on TV all the time. A couple things got to happen. One, it's got to be. I think we're a couple of years away just in terms of the generational gap. Once the younger kids start getting older, their dollars start speaking. Two, it's got to be the right game. I know Blizzard's really pushing Overwatch, but the problem with Overwatch is if you've never really played Overwatch, it's a first-person game. It's very hard to keep track of what's going on. There's 6 players on the team. I got to be swapping between the cameras. It's kind of disorientating for people that don't play the game. Whereas something like Fortnite, if it's like a solo tournament, even if you don't really play it, you understand what's going on. One dude, you follow the camera, you see what he's seeing. It's much easier to follow. Same thing with a game like League. If you don't really play League, you have no idea what's going on, whatsoever. There's no way you don't understand, keep up with the patches, the timing of all the moves and stuff like that. And then the other thing is, it's when celebrities start endorsing something, like we saw with Drake, how much mainstream appeal that brings. Like once you get a bunch of celebrities tweeting it and getting involved in the games and stuff like that, that's how esports really started with Halo. Was like Gilbert Arenas got it was Gilbert Arenas, right? He got that first Halo Pro team involved and kind of catapulted that. But once you get more celebrities talking about it, Twitter and stuff like that, it'll make that kind of transition into more mainstream, more palatable for everyone. So it's close, man. We're very close.
It's on the cusp, man. And Fortnite might be the game to do it, man. Who knows?
It could be, or it could open up the door for the next game. You never know, right?
Yeah. Well, speaking of that, it's a perfect segue into getting into that. So, Fortnite and Ninja. So, for those guys and gals that don't know, Ninja is insane. Streamer on Twitch. Now, I'll admit, Twitch is a big place. Okay, there's plenty of big name streamers that I have no idea who they are. Now, Ninja broke the record of people watching his stream with 635,000 people. So, and how that happened was he did play squad with Drake. There was somebody else.
Travis Scott.
Yeah.
Like an NFL.
And there was a wide Juju, somebody, I forget his name.
Pittsburgh Steelers or something.
Yeah. But they were all playing squad game. All the celebrities tweeted out, "Hey, we're doing this thing with this guy on this place called Twitch," and then there comes all the people. Now, I'll admit, I had no idea who Ninja was before this happened. The way I found out about it was through, you guys and gals know, if you're familiar with the stream, you guys know that I watch YouTube a lot. There is a daily show that I watch. It's kind of like a news show. If you're not unfamiliar, it's Philip DeFranco, and he was talking about it. It was one of the topics of his show that he spoke about. So I was like, "Who is this guy?" So I went and checked him out, doing a follow, and the rest is history. Apparently, not only is he a good just caster in general, just being funny and doing goofy things, but he's really good at the game. He is really good at the game. And the first time, I really didn't understand really what happened, because the way Philip DeFranco covered it, it was just kind of a thing that happened. I didn't know all the details. So when all the celebrities got involved, and I was like, oh man, is Twitch being taken over by celebrities? Like, what's going on? But then I realized that it wasn't, the celebrities wasn't streaming. They were just kind of there with Ninja. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm on board with that. Because my first initial reaction was just like, oh God, we're screwed now, because celebrities are going to start streaming. That was my first initial response, but then when I got more information, I was a lot better with it. So apparently, the last record was by Dr. Disrespect, which was 388,000 people watching,
Which is return stream yet?
Yeah, which is good. I mean, that's crazy numbers, but you're talking about almost doubling that, man. And because that happened, as you're talking about, you got news outlets were talking about it the next day. Fortnite, Drake, and all these people, they were all trending worldwide on Twitter.
Yeah.
All these news outlets talking about it. There was a news outlet. I forget who it was, but they actually interviewed Ninja.
Good Morning America.
There you go. I did see the interview. So much things going on. I forgot who it was, but just like that, overnight, everybody's talking about it, and it was already a big game within the community, and now even more people know about it. So which does a lot of things, though. It brings attention to Fortnite itself, and also brings attention to Twitch, because I'm sure people watching.
How many? That was their first time on the website watching that.
Yeah,
probably
many.
didn't know what Twitch was. All they heard was,
Yeah.
"Oh, Drake's playing video games. Let's go watch."
They played together three times now. They play together quite regularly now.
Yeah.
Drake's actually plays the game.
Yeah.
So you got attention to the game and attention to the website itself, which is twofold, and it's good. And attention to Ninja himself, which is good for him. Apparently,
Hardworking dude, man.
Apparently, is they talked about it. They talked about it on an interview, which is the only reason why I'm going to mention it. Is apparently this dude makes an insane amount of money streaming Fortnite as well. He has 600,000 subs or something like this.
Wow. He broke the follow record because it was him.
Yep.
It was Summit at one point, and he was behind by a little bit, and then legitimately he gained 1.5 million followers in 2 weeks or something like that. It was crazy.
Mm-hmm.
That is crazy. Wow.
And then I remember we were talking about this before the stream. I can't remember the guy's name, but YouTube does obviously streaming much akin to Twitch. And that guy, 2 weeks after that Ninja thing, whereas if Ninja would have streamed that earlier, because he streamed very late at night, he probably would have broken a million, I imagine, because Drake got on really late.
I was streaming what happened. People were coming in Drake's playing with Ninja. I'm like,
yeah.
What? He's playing with the Ninja?
Yeah, it was really late at night, but then some YouTuber broke his record. Obviously not the Twitch record, but on YouTube. But he had
on YouTube,
1.2 million concurrent viewers. He did some big tournament with himself and a bunch of other prominent YouTubers and stuff. And it's just once the esports thing starts with it, it's crazy, man. Same thing Counter-Strike League still pull in for the Worlds. They still pull in over 1 million, but that's an organization, not an individual streamer though.
Oh yeah, that was the other one who Kim.com was on that stream as well.
Yeah, he was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And then a whole bunch of other celebrities Logic and all these other rappers and other celebrities were reaching out to Ninja yo, I would love to play with you sometime too. So it's it's interesting, man. It's cool.
It's what was it? I lost it right here. Juju Smith.
That's it. Yeah.
Was the wide receiver for the Pittsburgh Steelers. So you got all these celebrities with their own Twitter that's got all the followers, right?
Mm-hmm.
And they tweet that out,
I wanted before. I was gonna say before even Ninja did his, that stream there. I remember again going on Twitter, right? I see people retweeting other tweets and maybe celebrity stuff. Do you guys know the football player named J.J. Watt?
Oh yeah,
Heard of him? He had a poll. It says, "Which game should I play, Fortnite or PUBG?" And it was just a landslide for that.
Oh god, that was.
Yeah. See, I was like, whoa, okay, I didn't know about this. But then a couple weeks later, yes, the Ninja and the Drake. But yeah, it's just crazy, the exposure. And for me, as a broadcaster, I've had some people say I'm new to Twitch in the last little bit. I wonder, were you a part of the wave? Were you surfing on that wave? Whoa, who knows? I've never asked that, but I wouldn't be surprised. Somewhere.
I think Twitch overall hasn't even come close to breaking through. Like it's obviously pretty mainstream now, but if you walk down the street and ask 100 random people about Twitch, maybe 5 people know what it is. Honestly, like no one, not a lot of people know what Twitch is yet.
Yeah, I mean I've told you the story, but maybe not here, but maybe to you guys. When I was buying my mic stand, I went to just like a local music shop, and I had my Twitch hoodie on, and somebody recognized it. I was like, "Whoa, you know what Twitch is?" You know, like it was, it kind of took me by surprise. And it was this lady, and she was like, "Yeah, my son watches Twitch all the time." And I'm like, "Yeah, here's my card. Tell him to watch me." But yeah, you're right. And we've talked about that several times. You know, everybody knows what YouTube is. It's not to a point to where everybody knows what Twitch is.
Yeah, it's a generational thing, right? Like kids these days that are like 15, like in high school, they will never have like paid for TV. Like that's like terrestrial radio has died out, almost dead. TV as we know it is dying out rapidly. Like everyone streams either Netflix, YouTube, and if you're a kid, every fucking pardon my language, every kid knows what Twitch is. They all watch Twitch, and once these kids get a little bit older, they're on their own. They got the money and stuff like that. I mean, Twitch will just continue to grow and grow.
Yeah, for sure.
It's gonna be its own beast.
Because even right now, there's apparently, and it's been a while since I've looked at it, but like the average age of a gamer was like 30.
Yeah, they said, I remember a stat, it was like the average, more than 50% of the owners of a PS, I think it was a PS3 at the time, are over the age of 30.
Which makes sense, because that's the generation that grew up on gaming, you know, and it's just still... Yeah. And like you said earlier, you know, the 15-year-olds, when their money starts talking, you know, that's where we're at right now. 30-year-olds don't have to beg their parents to buy them video games anymore. They can do it themselves. Freedom, baby. Yes.
Spend their rent on skins.
Yeah. But yeah, you could tell almost anybody right now, hey, go YouTube a video of whatever, and they'll know, right? Like we talked about, but you know, Twitch. Go watch it on Twitch. Oh, what is Twitch? And then you have to have the whole
Twitch
speech, you know. Because last year when I was going to TwitchCon, you know, it was known at work. They're like, "Hey, I'm going to California." Well, what are you going to California for? And I'm like, "Oh, here we go." You know, I had to explain. You know.
Yeah.
And most people, you know, most people that I hang out with or associate with, they're nice. I'm like, "Oh, well, it sounds like you'll have fun." You know, they really don't understand what's going on. They're happy because I'm happy, right?
Yeah. So like, just a few days back, I went to my retro store, right? And I was wearing my Twitch hoodie as well, and a few of the shop owners asked, "You know what Twitch is?" I'm like, "Oh yeah, I know what Twitch is. The games that I buy from you guys, I stream them." Really? Wow. Well, I gave them my card and stuff, and they're like, "So how does it work?" Like they've only heard little things. Like, how does it work? What do you do? What's happening? Like it hasn't gotten to that level where they're really informed about it. But I give them like the rundown, and sometimes it doesn't seem to compute for them. Like, why would I want to watch someone that's playing?
Yeah, that's always the question.
That's
you can
the
play
part.
it yourself.
Yeah.
I don't know if anyone's got that, you know, perfect answer, but I just say, well, it's people. Think about like if everyone was on your couch back and just hanging out with you, saying, "Hey, how's it going?" Like, "Yeah, we're just playing some GoldenEye. Don't screen peek me." And
Don't pick odd job.
Yeah. But
All that
and they're
odd
like,
job.
"Really?" And then they get into the whole business perspective. Like, how does that work? I said, well, primary revenue for subs or for partners and affiliates is the subscriber revenue, and then bits and other ways like merchandise, all that sort of stuff. And like, really? I'm like, yeah, the internet, like, there's so many things that goes on in the internet these days through the world economy. So yeah, Twitch, big thing.
Twitch is impossible to, like, I try and say to people, you know, it's like, you know, we all have a YouTuber that we like to watch. Imagine watching them live doing stuff. Like, it's like kind of like that. But I mean, Twitch is one of those things where like you can't even describe it. And I've had friends that have introduced it to in real life. And it's and even myself, like until you actually like become a part of a community, then that's when it gets addicting. You're like, "Oh, I understand now. It's not really about the video games or this. It's about the interaction with people."
Yeah.
And meeting like-minded people. And it's it's intangible. It's impossible to describe or like explain to someone. But once they hang out for a while and they,
Mm-hmm.
it's a weird thing, man. It really is, but it's a beautiful thing though.
Yeah, it's great. It's just connecting to people from everywhere, And there's people that I work with that know about the podcast and stuff that we do here, and I'll show them the videos because they're generally interested because they're like, oh wow, what do you guys talk about or whatever. And like the last show that we did with people from 4 different countries on here, man, that was insane. And they were everybody's just amazed. And I'm like, yeah, everybody's the same no matter where they live, man. Everybody has a common interest and you just get together and talk about it. It just so happens to be it's on this computer. It's good.
Mm-hmm.
It's really good.
It's something you can't just walk out your door and do. Like the community, like you just said, from all different countries. It's insane. It's insane. And people, like you said, Dan, they won't get it until they actually get involved and become a part of a community.
It's very hard to explain to people. It's impossible.
It's crazy.
And I think like another thing, like as Twitch grows, I think IRL is going to get really big. Like the creative part too. Like you have musicians on here. You have like Snoop Dogg doing stuff. You have Deadmau5 just sitting there in his studio producing. Like I think as you get more things like that, it's like it's not just video games. It's essentially just like live entertainment, right? And I think all that brings a lot more traction to Twitch.
Oh, for sure. And and we had there are people doing all kind of different things on the IRL. All kind of stuff, man.
Yep. Like remember I was gonna say, I was talking about the hiking earlier there, Dan. There's a buddy of ours named Coitus. He would go out for a hike.
I'm familiar with Coitus. I like him. Yeah, great guy.
Yeah.
Coitus.
Yeah. He'd be going out for a hike and just saying, "Hey guys."
I met Coitus from a Dan raid.
Wait, no way.
Whoa.
Is that how the Jawa?
I rated up Dan.
Formerly known as.
He rated up the Big Ninjawa at the time.
Whoa, full circle. It's complete. From the
there
Dan.
it is. From the DanJakes right there.
That happened.
It happened.
And that's another beautiful thing about Twitch. It's just the how you stumble across people, from other communities. It all kind of intertwines together.
It's just got such a positive vibe to it, right? I mean, you could, for myself, when I stream or like when I will go watch streams, and I know people have said it to me, and I'm sure you guys, in your channels and stuff too, but people can be having a whatever kind of day. They come home, they relax, they don't want to watch TV, they don't, they sit there and hang out with their streamer, with the community, and it's a very, it can change your mood in a really good way, much akin to like something like music or something, and it's a good thing, man. It's a very good thing.
For sure. And all the yearly TwitchCon going on now, and it's just sky's the limit right now, man. It's good. I love it.
It's a good time.
The only thing, not to be a negative Nancy, the only thing that's bad is that net neutrality.
Yeah.
Topic for another day, but
yeah, that's been kind of laying
That
low
is a
since that
spicy
happened.
topic, yeah.
That's been kind of laying low since that happened. There's not a whole lot of news coming out about that. But obviously,
it'll be in court for a very long time.
Obviously, all the businesses like, oh, we're not gonna charge you guys any more money. Yeah, right. We'll see. I'm paying enough already.
Here in Canada, man, we got the highest internet prices in the world, I think, or something like that.
Shaw, you delivering?
Shaw,
Not today. Not today. Oh. Rats chewing up our wires. Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cloud sim. There it is. Oh goodness. But yeah, it's so 335,000 people. Do you think he'll break his own record, or will somebody else do it?
For what?
The
viewer record.
The viewer.
Oh.
You think he'll break his own record, or is it going to take something
Ninja?
else?
Oh,
Is
'cause
it gonna take-
the record was like 600. It was like 620,000 at one point. I think he.
I
hit
think,
that
like
one
you
night.
said, Dan, if he streams during the day instead of at night,
Yeah.
Well,
so you get celebrities in there. Yeah, maybe.
Someone will break it, right? Because like at the start of the year, it was Tyler 1 when he came back, broke the record, because he was banned from League for a while, so he came back dressed as Draven and, you know, reformed. And anyway, yeah, it was a good stream. And then Dr. Disrespect comes back from his hiatus. He breaks the next record. 3 weeks later, Ninja breaks his record. I mean, I think this year it might happen a couple times, which is going at a pretty rampant rate right now. But I think the guy to break his own record probably be Ninja if he plays with like Drake again or like another big celebrity or something like that.
Now I don't know his like schedule or whatever, but I have noticed that he sometimes streams like twice a day.
Yeah, what a lot of the big Fortnite streamers do now is to stay like really focused. Is they'll do like a kind of a day or an afternoon stream for whatever 4 or 5 hours. They'll go take a break for 2 or 3 hours, you know, family, whatever, relax, and they'll come back in the evening and stream again for another 4 or 5 hours. So that way, they kind of hit both crowds, both time zones. They're at, you know, optimum gaming efficiency during the day. Then they get a break, and that seems to be kind of the transition they're all making. And he streams. I think he sometimes takes one day off with the wife and stuff, but right now he knows it's the golden goose is here. It's time to grind, time to put in the time and stuff like that. So
grind on.
Yeah.
So you'll think he'll be the one to break his own record. Somebody else won't do it.
I would believe so. Like, I don't think no one even comes like when he's on. Like, other streamers organize their schedule to stream when he's offline. Because when he's online, a lot of people go watch him, and rightfully so. Like, he's crazy entertaining. He's the most creative player in Fortnite. He's super aggressive. He's a great streamer. But I think because he averages like 100, he's like around 120, 130,000 on just like a normal everyday non-celebrity stream. So
that should be a telltale sign right there. People schedule to stream when he's not on. That's some respect right there, man.
Yeah.
In a sense.
They just know it could be the difference of like, I'm not saying like big streamers have come out and said doing this, but you kind of notice like certain streamers stream at certain times, the big streamers, because the difference of like him not being on, could be 40,000 people floating around looking for the next big streamer that they want to go watch, that type of thing, right? So, and there's a lot of really, really good Fortnite streamers, and a lot of them all have kind of like different skill sets. Like a guy like Myth, he's 18 years old, and he blew up he was streaming for like whatever 50 people, and he killed Summit. This like really epic fight, he killed Summit, and it got clipped, and then he blew up from that, and now he's you know enormous, and he's the best builder. Like no one can beat him, touch him at building, and then there's other streamers that are good at, you know, there's a lot of creativity in Fortnite, and so it's interesting to watch. Each streamer kind of has their own area of expertise or what they're really good at. Like Ninja's really good at, he doesn't really even care about the winning as much as that clip, like making that highlight reel moment, that super crazy 300 IQ clip and stuff like that. And I think that's why there's a lot of streamers doing really, really well at Fortnite right now.
Yeah, because there's, you know, even the clips, man. Me and this guy at work, dude, we'll just find clips of Fortnite because he plays as well, and just, you know, there's a clip of a guy. I laughed, and I watched the clip again, and I laughed some more. He's sitting in a bathtub, right? You guys have probably seen this, and he does the emote when they do the backflip.
The flip, and the guy misses him,
And he does backflip in the bathtub, and the guy opens up the door and doesn't see him, and then he pops out from the emote and just shoots him in the face with a shotgun. It is by far one of the best clips I've seen. And we watched that clip all night long.
It's such a sandbox game. Like there's just an infinite amount of things that can happen, and so they add a new weapon. Like they added the impulse grenades. That completely opened up a whole new way of getting clips, and just they keep the game's always in a state of flux. It's always evolving. It's always improving. It's always adding new features to it, and
which is
never gets stagnant. That's the thing.
Which is good. They're not sitting there just being happy with what they got, right? That's the part that I like about the developer.
Yeah, constant updates, always new things. Yeah,
because that was the problem with H1 and to a lesser extent PUBG, was it didn't, you know, rest maybe on their laurels too much, or maybe the games got too big for the size of the teams. Yeah,
became kind of stagnant.
H1 specifically, but
yeah, you know, PUBG was coming out with a lot of updates at first, but now they're kind of, you know, I don't know. I haven't played PUBG in a while. I can't say anything, but
yeah, it's been a little while. I remember I just dipped my toes into the most recent, like the sand map. I'm like, well, this is neat, and I know they're actually working on another map. So
Yeah. We should have orchestrated. We should have done this as part of the show. We should have orchestrated where we could all play a game of Fortnite.
Mm-hmm.
We did that when PUBG was big. We should have.
Fortnite.
We should have done that. Ah.
PUBG's still a really good game. Tons of people still play it.
Well,
It's very different. It's a completely different game. It's shares the same genre, but that's about it. It's a very slower paced, more realistic, strategic kind of.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and to each their own. You know, there's some people that like that.
Yeah, it's like comparing Halo to Battlefield. They're both shooters, but they're both completely different games.
For sure. Let's see. Predictions. Where does Fortnite go from here?
Sky's the limit, man. It depends on esports is really going to open up. That's the next big thing for them to knock down.
So
And
do you
depending on how.
To
Sorry,
me,
go
they
ahead.
would have to have, and I don't know if they would introduce this like just to the masses, but to have a spectator mode, you have to have that.
I think they would. I think that's a. I mean, Counter Strike does it.
Spectator would be nice. Yep.
Yeah.
Well,
Counter
you
Strike
had-
does it.
it seems like you'd have to have that for like the shotcasters to get in there and see the action.
I think they would because they want to keep. They. I mean, Epic probably wants to keep everyone on their service, right? You know what I mean? Like, if you could do it
Right.
right from the game, the more people on there, the more people are buying skins, and they'll probably do stuff like really popular with a lot of games on Twitch in the last year. I've noticed is Twitch drops or loot drops, where
Yeah.
you're watching a stream, you're eligible to get a drop.
Oh,
Counter Strike
yeah,
did that,
yeah.
I think first.
Mhm.
There's other games that Elder Scrolls Legends game does it. A lot of games do it now, and it pumps your numbers, and it's huge on Twitch, right? A lot of people
Mhm.
they may even just leave the stream open just for the chance to get that loot roll, but I would be shocked if they didn't do that.
Do you think they'll do? Do you think they'll add a different map?
Yes, and I think they'll add another map, and they won't announce it. This is the thing Epic's really good at. They know in gaming the worst thing you can do is give people expectations, right? So
Right.
instead of saying like,
Yeah.
we're working on a new map, like PUBG did that, like we're working on a new map, and then people start getting it in their head that they're owed this map, and they lose their minds. But what Epic's really good
Right.
at, like, hey, by the way, tomorrow's update, new map, boom, and then boom, and everyone's like, oh my god, thank you, Epic. Like they treat us so good, and it's just instead of they just keep everything really close to the hip, and then they release it. And I think that's what they'll do one time, maybe 6 months from now, or at the launch of a new season. Boom, new
Yeah.
map. Here you go. I guarantee they make a new map. They said they won't, but they'll do it.
Oh, I'm sure it's coming.
It's just different
Has to
locales.
be.
Maybe like a
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just to
snow
keep
and
it
that
fresh.
desert.
To keep it fresh, man.
Well, it will be.
Or like we were talking about earlier, like with that meteor thing. If they kind of incorporated a dynamically changing map over the seasons, where like, but with kind of like Suedo lore introduced into it, like, oh, a meteor hits here, this part of the map is now anew. Like they can constantly have a reason to update the POIs, remove places of interest, change them all around.
Did you play much of that like 50v50 mode when it was around?
It's back now. I
Oh,
never
it's back,
played it,
is it? Oh,
but they
okay.
updated it this time where it has like a battle line on the map, so you can see like the line being pushed back and forth, and they've
Oh,
kind of
wow.
learned from the first time. So apparently it's a lot better this time. I've never tried it though. Looks
Oh,
cool.
wow.
Never tried.
I was
it
wondering
either.
they'll do more stuff like that, like game modes and things.
Yeah,
Yeah,
that
every
was,
weekend I think they have a
Yeah.
different mode.
Okay, yeah.
yeah, they have like
What
a
I-
special mode. Like some of them are you get like more explosive drops more, and you got like some games where like it's all the good weapons drop. You know, different stuff like this.
And
Yeah,
they have like
no-
the all snipers one.
Yeah.
Yeah, like so what Fortnite's doing is that they're like, okay, this week we're gonna try out the snipers little shootout or the explosives ones or the 50-50. That's really cool because you're trying out all these other modes you think are in like a Halo game. Like, why not? We'll just throw that in there. Whereas
Yeah.
Player Unknown and H1, it's pretty much there's solos, dual squads, and that's pretty much it. Or first person, third person, but you know, it's pretty neat. Where Fortnite's like, we're taking that leap. We're gonna see what happens if it, you know, falls flat. Try something else, or if we like it, we might bring it back every once in a little bit.
Yeah.
They update change it every time they bring it back, make it better. And I think the
It
reason
makes-
they do that is because the casual audience, like same thing in Hearthstone, like the Tavern Brawl, it's
Oh
I don't play
yeah.
a lot. I don't want to take it serious. Let's just go play explosives mode with my buddies. But the other
Right.
reason they do that, I think, is they can test a lot of the weapons and stuff, and test out like new things that they want to bring out in those modes before they launch them.
Do you
Yeah.
think? I think it obviously it's possible, but I think with a game like Fortnite, it doesn't need a first person.
No, I think
Nah.
first person's too much of a a departure from what makes the game really good.
Core.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, it would be. I don't know how that would work.
Because like peeking up and over your buildings, like I don't think it would work in that game. And like the
Yeah.
one thing I like that game does, whereas like PUBG you can hold down, I believe it was all default, where you can like spin your camera around.
Yeah.
Whereas
Yeah.
in PUBG, obviously designed with the console in mind, but to spin around, you basically jump and turn. And I like that they have that. I said that right from the beginning because then there's no more of like, it keeps people moving instead of people sitting there like panning their
Sitting
camera
there,
around.
panning
Yeah.
around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why would be
Yeah.
panning? I'd be panning that PUBG.
Mhm.
But you had to, right? You had to pan. You'd be at a disadvantage if you didn't do it. So just by removing that, I think it improved the game a lot. So, but I
Yeah.
don't think they'll ever do a first-person mode.
I don't think it needs one, man. Because everybody was happy when PUBG got that first person.
I thought PUBG was better in first person.
Yeah, I did too.
I think a lot of people did.
But I think Fortnite, I think it would take away from it, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just personal opinion. I think it would take
It's
away.
like- Yeah, like, and the thing I love about Fortnite versus PUBG, again, I like PUBG, I played a lot of it, but it's just the games are so much faster. Like, literally, you're dead, queued back up within 1 minute, you're back in the game, and the games are over within 15, 20 minutes, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Like, not bragging, okay? Not bragging. But the third game I ever played of Fortnite, I finished like, I don't know, like third, something like this, right? And, and then I got, shot or whatever, and I'm looking at the time, and I was like, man, that was like 12 minutes. I was at the end game.
That could be like a 40-minute, 50-minute PUBG match.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I
And
mean,
I think that's why people got saltier at PUBG, right? Because we're like so invested in the game, you spend so
Yeah.
much time running around looting, and you get shot, and you're like on tilt. Whereas in Fortnite, you maybe swear something, but it's so easy to
Right.
just jump right back into it. You're right back in the action right away, and I think that's something
Yep.
they did really, really well.
yeah, for sure. Remains to be seen, man. I'm sure we'll talk about Fortnite again on a future show.
Oh yeah, definitely.
It's the hottest thing going.
Yeah. No, Vi, the best part of H1, it's got to be that Kevin though.
That Kevin.
That Kevin. Should I hit him with it? Who the fuck's Kevin?
God, that video is so good.
Yeah.
If y'all don't know what we're talking about, next time Vi is streaming, go in his chat, ! Kevin. You're in for a treat.
Good video.
You're in for a treat. The Fire Nation attacked.
Yeah. Anyway, H1. I had some fun with H1 and PUBG as well.
Great game. Both of them are
Um,
good.
I haven't played much of Fortnite, to be honest. I've played very little of Fortnite. We have to.
I have played it, but like I said, I don't feel like I'm good enough at the game to actually stream it yet. Or maybe I should. I should just be known as the worst player ever, and I could stream that.
I'm going to keep that title.
Yeah, we should orchestrate a game. Get some squads going.
I'll be down.
Fine.
Squad game. Squad up. Squad.
I love it. Where are we dropping? Oh,
Yeah.
Lonely Lodge or the junkyard or the haunted area or whatever. Great.
I love the haunted area. It's just so no one goes there. It's so out of the way.
Yeah.
Was it Lucky Landing?
Lucky Landing's great. Yeah.
Yeah, that place is fun.
I like that too. Like whereas like H1Z1 slowly added points of interest to the game because a lot of the map was just wide open green hills. But Fortnite right from the beginning, like they added a ton of points of interest, like constantly, almost weekly basis, and they didn't have to do that. And that was kind of and when they improved the whole west side of the map, completely changed it. It was and they didn't announce that they're doing it until like the week before. Like here you go. And it's just,
Yeah.
I think they've earned a lot of gamers' trust, and a lot of people, especially when you buy skins in a free-to-play game, knowing like, obviously waste money on skins is a waste, but knowing that their money's not going to waste, that the game's not going to disappear like H1 did, it's not going to.
Mm-hmm.
you know,
Yeah.
I can buy these
Right.
skins, and I'll be using these skins 3 years from now.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And they've done a good job at earning the community's trust, I think. Which is tough to do in this day and age, man. People
Yeah.
complains and moans on Reddit and stuff like that, and people are fickle. The crowd is fickle.
Oh, they are. Doesn't take much to set them off. I haven't
The
really
unwashed
heard.
masses.
I really haven't heard much complaints on this game either. That's the thing.
No. Again, free to play. It's just, I'm not
Yeah.
saying giving it a pass here, but they've done it so well. They're excelling, and they're like the holy grail for free to play right now. Like,
Mm-hmm.
Good,
it's just
good timing too.
easy.
Really good timing. But there's a lot of this type of game coming down the pipeline. Like you said, Red Dead Redemption 1. That
Yeah.
Hunt Showdown's a really cool one.
Mm.
I think each game will kind of add something to the
Mhm.
player, right? Because each player looks for a certain thing when they play.
Mhm.
You know, and each kind of iteration of a battle royale will garner to a subset of people. You know, in terms of gameplay or whatever it is. But Fortnite is just so.
Appeals to so many people, right? It's got the cartoony
Yeah.
WoW style graphics. It's got like buttery smooth, like very little lag. The shooting feels, it comes from Epic. Like they developed Gears of War. You can kind of see that in the shotgun play and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
The guns are for the most part pretty balanced. They're always releasing new stuff to it.
No,
And the
no, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say like the fully destructible environments, and then
Oh, yeah.
obviously the building is what elevates it because it's not
Yeah.
like say like PUBG or H1 where like I see you first, you're dead. Whereas like you see me first, you hit me, and it's like Halo. Like now there's so much room for me to outplay you and
Yeah.
outthink my opponent, and I think that's what appeals to you. They can see the skill gap, and I think players, even if they know they're never going to be that good, they get attracted to the game because they know their time spent in that game. They're constantly getting better. They can see it on a week-to-week basis with the building and stuff like that. So
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I was going to say, essentially, it's like kind of echoed what you said earlier. You know, if you watch the game, it's pretty apparent what's going on. It's not it's not an easy game to play, but it's easy to understand what's happening.
You
very
understand
easy
what's
to
going
watch.
on.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yes. Yeah.
So
yeah. Like
that-
this guy got the high ground, and that guy took a shotgun in the mouth.
there it is.
Yeah.
Got to have that high ground by.
hmm
Have the high ground. Don't try it.
Don't try.
There it is.
Well, guys and gals, that is all the topics that we're going to cover for tonight. Time goes by, man. It's 15 after 9 already.
Mm-hmm.
Time flies when you're having fun. DanJakes, hope you enjoyed yourself.
It was an absolute pleasure. I had such a good time with you guys. Thank you so
Absolutely
much.
amazing having you on here.
Like we
Thanks for being here.
like we always said, if you had fun, you're always invited to come back.
I would
And
love to.
what we do with the show, anybody that's been on it for the first time, add you to the auto host for the channel. So
Thank
anybody
you so much.
that's ever been on the show is added on the auto host. So you will be added. And you guys and gals don't know watching, can always check out the channel and see who we're auto hosting to see some people that's been on the show in the past. But Dorian, my dude, it's that time for them
It's
shout outs.
That time. Well, again, Solfus, thank you so much for having us on the show. It's always a blast. You're the one that keeps us all together. Always a blast with the topics, discussions, everything about it. And all you guys at home watching us from all of our communities, thank you guys for spending your night with us on this Wednesday. And yeah, we'll be back hopefully soon with another show and plan, another guest. Follow up the Twitters for the after hours. Follow up the Solfus. Follow up that Vi and that DanJakes. You will not be disappointed. And yeah, again, great show there, guys. Can't wait for the next one. And maybe soon we can organize that Fortnite squad dream. That'd be nice.
Oh yeah, it'd be good.
Mm.
Fun.
Let's do it.
When you Dorian, when you streaming again?
Be back Friday, and we'll be playing some Metroid Prime 3. Hopefully get that done. I'm hoping the Japanese cart of Super Metroid will be here soon and finish off that Metroid kick and start the Legend of Zelda. Look what we got
Yeah.
right here, right there.
Oh,
Right there. That'd be Legend of
The
Zelda
little cartridge
1.
look good. It's
Oh,
my favorite game of all time.
Oh, is
it's
it?
good?
Nice.
Gotta get in there.
It is
It's number
good.
one. Number one.
Do a Twitch plays of Legend of Zelda.
Oh, could work actually. I could work in that game.
Yeah, it could work. I think it could work. It's dangerous. It's
Dangerous
dangerous.
to go alone.
It is.
And
Take this.
then, yeah.
Take this. Yeah.
But again, Dorian, thanks for coming on in, hanging out with
Pleasure.
us. Always a good times with that Dorian. Guys, don't know? Go ahead and follow up that Dorian with that hot follow. They need to bring the hot follow back, man. They need to bring it back.
I'll follow.
They need to bring back the hot follow. Where you can click
One day.
click on
Yeah,
somebody's
click on the
in
name
chat.
and click. Yeah.
My dude Vi,
Oh, there it is.
You're up.
Another show in the books, people. It was fun times, man. Talking about all the Fortnites and things. I'm glad we got someone like Dan who's in it and knows all the things. Because, like I said earlier,
Until you watch me play.
I haven't played much. Hey, I've seen you do some things, and your chat loves you. I seen during the intro they were giving you so much respect when we were playing the music at the beginning of the show. I couldn't believe it. But thank you for coming in, man. It was a great time. Sulfus is always holding it down with the production. Thank you. Got some new music, I think, Sulfus?
Yeah.
From the Larissa. That was good as well. I was listening to the jams. And yeah, I can't wait for the next one. I'll be playing some GoldenEye Source in like 2 hours. It's
Oh,
a free game. If y'all want to take it back to GoldenEye with me, come in and play some games. We'll have some fun. But yeah, that's what I'm doing. Thank you.
very good. Thanks for hanging out, my
Yeah, man.
dude. DanJakes, shout outs.
I just want to thank you guys first and foremost for having me on. Absolute pleasure. Love you guys all, and everyone from my community, everyone else's collective communities that came on, hung out. This is great. This is awesome. This is a great experience for me. And where are we dropping?
Where are we dropping?
Where are we dropping?
But thank you so much, guys. Much love.
We drop it anywhere but Tilted Towers.
Yes.
But thanks for coming on in, DanJakes. Again, first time on the show. Very good to have new faces on the show and expand that community. If you guys aren't already, go follow all these lovely streamers. They won't let you down. Yeah, I'm on vacation the rest of the week, so we'll be getting into some Far Cry 5 later on tonight. We get in there. And good news for you guys, we already have the date for the next show.
Right there.
And it is exactly 2 weeks from today. 25th, I think, is that day. Bye.
Ooh,
Yep, 25th.
March 25th.
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
25th of this month. Got a vacation this month, so I get 2 Wednesdays off. Who is on it? Is that confirmed, Vi?
Not quite,
Okay, we're gonna hold
but
it.
maybe we'll see.
Okay,
Hold on to that.
we're gonna hold it. But as soon as we know, check them Twitters out. Let it up. The show is definitely on the 25th. 2 weeks from tonight, we'll be rolling it back to 6 p.m. Central start time. Started an hour late than normal, just because I was out of town and I had to get back in town and get things together. But thank you guys and gals hanging out, watching. Go check out DanJakes. When are you streaming again?
45 minutes from now.
There it is.
Jackbox Wednesday.
There it is.
Jackbox, perfect.
Go check
Yeah,
out
that's perfect.
DanJakes streaming. Vi is going to be up in a couple hours. I'll probably be up in an hour or so. Go check out all these lovely people. But thanks for hanging out. We did get, I need to mention, Larissa hooked me up with these people that are in a band. I gave a listen. We added them to the playlist. And shout out to that Leader Dog, which is the band that we always listen to. And now we have a band called American Heretics, which had two songs in the playlist. So that will be running their kind of newer band. They're trying to get website and stuff like that going. But thanks to them for passing over the song, getting the word out. Definitely give them a shout out. But yeah, 25th. Check out the Twitter to know who the next guest will be. Hopefully, we got something in the pipe. Hopefully, it'll stick.
Hopefully.
Hopefully, it'll stick. But again, good times. These shows are always fun to do. They seem to always go by quicker and quicker every time we do them. But good times. Yeah, go check out all these people streaming later tonight. Dorian will be back on Friday. And thank you guys and gals to hanging out. And we'll see y'all next time. You guys have a good night.